Hello everybody, the Retro Import Gamer, the RIG, legend that he is, did a video recently about what is retro and kind of answer that question about what his own ideas on, what classifies something as retro. So I just thought I'd do a video response just with my kind of ideas on, what is retro. So to me, I mean, it all depends on how old you are, basically. That's the bottom line of it. If you're a teenager now, you might think something from like 5 years ago is retro. Do you know what I mean? You might think like the Switch one's retro, the Xbox One, the PS4, that's retro maybe. But when you're as old as I am, to me, the kind of cut-off threshold for retro is the PS3, Xbox 360 era. And basically, from my experience, that era, 360 and PS3, well, I only had the PS3, but that's the last era where I actually bought new physical games. PS4 onwards, guys, I don't think I've ever bought, no, I've never bought a brand new game on disc for the PS4 at all. I've probably bought about, in the time I owned it, 6-7 years, I think I bought about 5 second-hand games, disc games for it. And for a PS4, I've had that about 4 years now, I think. I've not bought one physical game for that at all. Everything's digital download. So, from the PS4 onwards, everything became digital for me. And that is, to me, retro needs to be physical, doesn't it? It needs to be a cartridge, a disc, something physical, with box artwork and instructions in it as well. But, that kind of, because it was over, when did the PlayStation 3 come out? Nearly 15 years ago maybe. Over a decade, if you want to get mathematically at it, is what I class as retro, and perhaps that can apply to most people from older teenagers onwards as well. But because my whole life I've been born into video gaming as well, I don't remember a world without video games. So my origins of it would be stuff like the Atari 2600, the Intellivision, ColecoVision, all the home UK 8-bit micros, the BBC, Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore 64, VIC-20, TRS-80. That is like the origins of retro for me. But I think to define it, you need to give it a cut-off point. And to me, that cut-off point is that PS3, Xbox 360 era, the death of physical media. Because I think, we live in the digital world now, don't we? And kind of just consuming digital media is not, there's not a niche to it, is there? However old it is, you know what I mean? You might have a film on Netflix from 10 years ago, or a game from 5 years ago in your kind of digital collection. You play it, you don't get any kind of retro feelings from it. Well, I don't anyway, but I do get retro feelings getting the disc out, looking at it, looking at the box, remembering memories, putting the game on, and that gives me memories as well. So yeah, that is it, guys. But so there's two key takeaways from it. Is that it's age dependent. I don't class the Switch as retro, but if you're a teenager now, you might do. It's age dependent, and you say I think it needs physical media as well to make it retro. Also as well, I think the Wii's retro because again it's from that PS3 era. The world has changed a lot since the 2000s and the early 2010s, so that does take you back in time as well. So it's a bit of a garbled, convoluted kind of VR that, but I hope it makes sense. I've kind of summarised it there at the end. Like Retro Import Gamer Apps at the end of his video, we're really interested on your ideas on what retro is. So put in the comment section, do a VR. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support, and take care.